Well, someone who's been watching that testimony closely and those revelations is the leader of the United Democratic Movement, Bantu Holomisa. He joins us on the line this afternoon. Bantu Holomisa, interesting to hear what your initial impressions have been as you've listened, at least like the rest of us, blow by blow of the behind the dealings of Bosasa.
It's quite shocking, but as you are aware, Commission of Inquiry, we will make a final determination when the Watson brothers are called to account. But what we should be doing instead of just watching this, if I were president of the country, I would even attach the Hawks, the NPA people, the police in these commissions of inquiry, so that if there is a master share evidence established, then they must act immediately. In that way, these commissions of inquiry would be effective. But it's quite shocking what has been revealed so far. And one wonders how many companies are doing the same thing.
What concerns you the most about what has come out of the testimony? Is it the fact that, all of these government entities have been involved? And as we heard from Gavin Watson, he says none of the contracts which Bosasa had, at least that involved the state, took place without any kind of corruption involved, whether it was from the onset or after the contract was entered into.
Well, what we are seeing anyway today is a vindication of what we have been saying in the media, in this country, in parliament, many political parties, the public, civil society. So what we are seeing is not new, or we're hearing is not new. So in order to do something, even those who have won tenders correctly, you will find that they are still being told to go and pay 10% to the ruling party. So this thing is rotten.
Of course, one of the conversations that then resurfaces, Mr. Holomisa, is the issue about the campaign for President Cyril Ramaphosa and the fact that his fundraisers accepted that 500,000 rand donation from Bosasa. Do you think that more needs to be answered where that particular donation is concerned, or should we be satisfied with the answers that have already been given by the President to the public?
No, a big no. President Cyril Ramaphosa advised him publicly when this thing got out. I said the best option for him is to go back to Parliament, go and explain himself. Why did he mislead the Parliament? And it's only the House where we can accept that explanation, not love letters sent to the Speaker without him going back to Parliament. So, but he has an opportunity now still to ask to go and testify in the commission, not necessarily him, but those who accepted or requested the 500,000. The sooner he does that, the better, because the country somehow think that after Zuma, he is doing very well to regain the lost ground for South Africa. But if he is going to be embroiled into these 500,000 money. After all, 500,000 is nothing to him. He's a multi-billionaire. So he needs to clarify that quickly. in the commission.
And of course, one of the things that, we're also getting confirmed by Agrizzis' testimony is how Bosasa would, in fact, buy itself political favor, regardless of who was in charge at the time. So whether it was during the Mbeki years, over the Zuma years, and of course, now as we have President Cyril Ramaphosa at the helm, do you in any way look at these monies as having been a part of an attempt to do that, given what we know now about how Bosasa operates and does its dealings?
Well, there's no doubt that an institutionalized corruption has been around South Africa for quite some time under the leadership of the ANC, now that we are talking about them. They have been doing this by establishing front companies. These are the companies which were started in order to help comrades and also the party. And to them, getting free money to secure their homes or buy furniture is not a bribe to them. So it's a culture which the ANC must face, deal with, but we cannot wait for the ANC to cleanse itself. The voters of South Africa need to wake up. We can no longer invest in one-party state anymore. We need to make sure that we don't put all our eggs in one basket from this year onwards.
And I suppose also, Mr. Holomisa, one of the things that this particular story then does is that it places greater emphasis and gives a greater reason for why the political party funding bill should be signed into law. And we know it's been sitting on the president's desk for some time now, but still it has not been signed.
It's unfortunate. You will recall that the UDM in 1999 started this campaign, and then IDASA, ANC and DA flatly refused for that legislation to come up. They were still dragging their feet even now. But if anybody's guess why they are not happy with this, but we need to make sure that during this campaign, political parties must say if they want to be voted by South Africans, they are going to insist for a tighter party funding legislation, not that wishy-washy which is sitting in Cyril Ramaphosa's desk.
All right, so you think that that legislation in and of itself needs to be strengthened?
It needs to be strengthened, definitely. We need it, especially around a ruling party which is going to form companies, investment companies, but those companies are queuing for the government tenders. That's a corruption. You can't do that.
All right, let's leave it there for this afternoon. That was the leader of the UDM, Bantu Holomisa, giving us his take as we're hearing that testimony coming out of the Commission of Inquiry, in fact, staying with the